will be at the safety. So those are the starting lineups. Offense for OSU, defense for Nebraska. Barry Sanders is back to receive for Oklahoma State, the nation's leading kickoff returner. And will the kickoff man, Tom Janke, kick it to Barry Sanders, or will he kick away from it? We're underway. Here's the opening kickoff. Barry Sanders waits for it, catches it 3 or 4 yards deep in the end zone, will touch it back. The crowd cheers, but Sanders using discretion, the better part of valor. Why take a chance against the Huskers when you can get it out to the 20 just by touching your knee down?
And that's exactly what the theory was, but Nebraska was certainly true to its form. They promised all week they would not kick away from Sanders. Just a slight breeze that they had behind them, that was enough to get the ball in the end zone.
So the teams line up. Mike Gundy, Garrett Limbrick, Barry Sanders, Gerard Green, Hartley Dykes, and Vance Weiss. And the offensive line is Mike Wolf, Chris Stanley, John Boisvert, Jason Kidder, and Byron Woodard. We're set to go 1st and 10 from the 20. Wide receivers deployed left and right. Mike Gundy, the quarterback, gives the ball off to Barry Sanders, over left tackle. He spins away from one tackle, gets out to the 20, to the 25, and up to the 30 and out of bounds, short of the 30-yard line. Barry Sanders, the crowd thought he was down back of the line of scrimmage. Charles Fryer, who made a key interception a year ago against the Cowboys, finally got him down, but not after the great Barry Sanders had gone 9 yards to the 29-yard line.
Barry Sanders' great leg drive is what got him there. He broke a tackle right behind the line of scrimmage. What a great way for Barry Sanders to let everybody know that they're into it.
Willie Griffin, Lawrence Pete, and Paul Brungart, along with Jeff Mills on the linebackers for the University of Nebraska, as we get set for 2nd and 1 from the Oklahoma State 29-yard line. Gundy may be changing the play at the line of scrimmage. High formation. Gundy gives to Barry Sanders. Veers over the right side. Appears to have the first down plus a couple of yards to about the 31 or 32. We'll see where they put it. Good lead block by Garrett Limbrick. Tondy's been doing that all year. Limbrick number 32.
He sure has, and the Cowboys spread the defense that time. They had double receivers right, one left, extend that Nebraska defense, soften it up a little bit in the middle. That's where Sanders took the ball for the first down.
Let's call the ball at the 32-yard line, probably just a little shy of that, for the first down for Oklahoma State at their own 32. High formation with 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. No tight end this time for Oklahoma State. Barry Sanders, now man in motion is Gerard Green toward the formation. Here's Gundy, option play, pitches to Barry Sanders, sweeping the left side. He cuts, spins away at the 35, and finally is knocked out of bounds hard on the far side. ATN knocked him out along with Reggie Cooper and took the officials with him on the far sideline. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right on the play action. Short pass is underthrown, incomplete, and very nearly intercepted by Tim Jackson. It was intended for Vance Weiss and was overthrown, actually. 5-yard line, no score, first period. Tight end on the right is Roger Gibbs. Long signal count by Gundy. Gundy gives the ball off to Sanders. Breaks away from 2 tacklers. Cuts up the far sideline. And is out of bounds. Up let's see where they put it. It'll be short of the first down. They put it about the 39-yard line. The guy's breaking tackles all over the place. And Charles Fryer breaks number 21 Sanders out of bounds on the far side. All right, Blackshirts averaging about 37 yards per kick. A little less than that. Richard Bell and Dana Brinson. Snap is on the money to Terry Blackshirts. Gets a high kick underway. Fair catch is signaled for and taken by Ken Clark. 5 seconds to score their first touchdown, their first possession, first play from scrimmage. Here's the kickoff. Tom Janke knocks it to the goal line. Sanders fumbles it into the end zone. He picks it up. He'll run it out. He's at the 10, goes to his left. He's hit at the 8-yard line and knocked back hard. So Sanders fumbled the ball uncharacteristically of him on the reception. He was going to take it and I believe run it out, but he was sort of looking for his hole before he caught the ball, Tom, and fumbled it. Nebraska's Johnny on the spot, and Tim Jackson, a linebacker by trade, brought him down. There's Sanders fumbling the ball as we're looking at a monitor for the radio audience. Sanders is hit and dropped for the loss.
And good coverage by Nebraska. Once the ball hit the turf, Nebraska's defenders were right on top of him.
The ball is at the Oklahoma State 9-yard line. Then 1st and 10 on the second offensive possession for Oklahoma State. Nebraska leading by the score of 7-0. 13:51 to go in the first quarter. Mike Gundy, the quarterback. Perhaps changing the play at the line. Raised up, quick spot pass, way overthrown by Gundy. Not even close. They're fairly close on a 2nd down 10. Fake to Sanders. Gundy pump fakes to the flat. Now he'll go deep. He throws a long pass downfield for Dykes. He catches the ball. A great catch at the 45-yard line and down at the 43. Hartley Dykes is limping off the field a little bit after he made the catch. 2 defenders on him. They sandwiched that, and 2 big plays then. Nebraska 73 yards for a touchdown, and that play goes to the Nebraska 43, a 59-yard pass, Tom.
Tremendous effort by Dykes because Dykes was sandwiched between 2 people, but Gundy laid it up there perfectly. Dykes never took his eyes off the football, and he pulled it in. Cowboys get out of a big hole.
So it's balls at the Nebraska 43-yard line. First time the Cowboys have been in Nebraska territory. First down, 10 yards to go. Gundy has his team in the I formation. Sanders at tailback from the Nebraska 43. The pitch back to Sanders. Sanders tries to find a hole. Cuts down the 40. Jukes his way to the 35. Down to the 34-yard line. What a great run by Barry Sanders. Tight end is Gibbs on the right. Second down, a little more than one. Gundy changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Ball in Nebraska territory. To give to Sanders on the right tackle. He cracks down easily, has the first down. Still legs turning to the 30-yard line. He got 4. He ran into Jason Kidder. Gundy looks to the far flat, throws the pass out. A very poor first period. Oklahoma State leading. From the 30 in Nebraska territory. Pitch goes back to Sanders. The fake reverse. Sanders keeps. He found a hole, but couldn't quite get to it. He ran into his own man at the 30, 26 and down to the 25. Sanders out of the lineup. Mitch Nash replaces him. The one-back offense. Cowboys 0 for 1 on third down conversions from the 25. Gundy's back to pass. He has a man. He throws it right into the hands of Nebraska player at the 15, the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Nebraska.
What a shame. There were two players wide open. Dykes underneath, Brent Parker behind him. They both had the inside route and looked like maybe Gundy was going on the outside route. What a disaster. That would have been a big gain. I'm not so sure Dykes, if he would have been able to grab it coming across, might not have scored. He was wide open coming across.
Gundy threw the ball way over through Dykes, as you said, Tom, right into the hands of Charles Fryer, who made a big interception a year ago, and he goes 85 yards for the touchdown. Nebraska's touched the ball twice, once offense, once defense, and scored both times. What a bizarre. He's been overthrowing his receivers all day, except for that long pass to Dykes, which, of course, he had to throw it as far as he could.
Well, now they're going to have to really, Pat Jones is on the sideline trying to figure it out.
Oklahoma State trailing then all of a sudden, 14-0. Deep for Oklahoma State to receive. Hudson and Nash. Barry Sanders is not one of the deep men. Matter of fact, Sanders is sitting on the bench, on the Cowboy bench on the near side. We'll try to check on that, see what the problem might be. We did not see him injured. Perhaps it's an equipment problem. But at any rate, Barry Sanders not back to receive the kickoff. Gerald Hudson is on the far side. On the near side, Nash, Mitch Nash from Bartlesville.
Well, Dykes had skinned his leg last week, Bob, at Colorado, so I think that's what they're attending to right now.
We have 11:29 to go in the first quarter. Nebraska's touched the ball twice and scored twice. Once on a play from scrimmage, a great run by Kenny Clark. And that went for 73 yards. And then, of course, that 85-yard pass interception by Charles Fryer. Wow. All right, here comes the kickoff again from Tom Janke. Sort of a wobbly kick. Bounce at the 7, skips into the hands of Gerald Hudson. He's at the 10, 15, cuts back to the line at 20. And then Hudson is pulled down up at about the 23-yard line. Nice return by Gerald Hudson. Cowboys have good field position. And the key here, I'm sure the coaching staff has told them, just don't panic. Continue to run the offense. Brad Ferguson on the tackle. On that, Dykes is in the lineup. He had been slightly injured, or appeared to be earlier. Two wide receivers to the right. Cowboys 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line, trailing 14-0. Give to Barry Sanders over the right tackle. Jukes his way free. Cuts up across the 30 and gets up to the 32. A great run by Barry for his passing. But he's been overthrowing most of them today. Gundy back to pass. Throws lines one in there. That was interference. I was going to say very close to interference. And the line judge threw the flag. Hartley Dykes is signaling that he thought it was a number 4 for OSU after the 5-yard penalty. The ball at the 38 in OSU territory. Gundy back to pass. Looks downfield. Throws for Hartley Dykes. Hartley Dykes slightly tripped up at the 35. Both teams very impressive. They lead the nation. Two wide receivers to the left, one to the right for Oklahoma State. From their own 38, 2nd and 10. Draw play to Barry Sanders. Ran right into the tackle. Made the wrong cut at the 40. He's managed himself. He could have cut to his third down play at 7 for Oklahoma State from their own 41-yard line. Gundy back to pass. Cowboys 0 for 2 on third down conversions. The throw is intercepted by Nebraska at the 20-yard line. It was intended for Mayfield. Curtis Mayfield up 17, the lad for whom the ball was intended. Blazek makes the interception. He was the nickelback from Valparaiso, Nebraska. Went to rural Raymond Central High School, but Nebraska, that's as good as a punt, really. Gets the ball thrown 20-yard line.
Double deep coverage on Gerard Green. Gerard Green was on Curtis Mayfield. Mayfield looked open for a second, but the double coverage came over, took it away, and 115 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I'd say that's pretty good.
I hope we can slow that down the rest of the day.
Getting a wide shot. Now you're seeing the kicker for Nebraska, Tom Janke, place kicker. He's a soccer-footed kicker. And Barry Sanders will be the deepest man for Oklahoma State. Nebraska went 80 yards in 3 plays for that touchdown. Ken Clark scoring on the 9-yard run. Barry Sanders deep to receive, and we're set to go for the Cowboys' 4th offensive possession. Nebraska needless to say, is 2 for 2 on offensive possessions. Cowboys are actually -1 for 3 on possessions. By that I mean one of their offensive possessions resulted in a Nebraska score. Here's Janke. 21-0 Nebraska. 9:16 to go first quarter. Janke number 7 for Nebraska, kicking off from right to left. Booms a kick, end over end. Barry Sanders waits for it. About 8 yards deep, lets it go over his head out of the end zone. And the wide receivers deployed left and right. Dykes wide right, or wide left rather. Long signal count. Gundy gives to Barry Sanders over right tackle. Cuts up the middle. 25. He's at the 30. He fights forward up to the 33-yard line. Barry Sanders, a nice run. He may get close to that 34-yard line. Tim Jackson, number 4 on the tackle. Wide receivers are deployed. Gundy gives the ball off to Sanders, going to the left side. He cuts upfield across the 40 to the 42-yard line. A gain of about 8 for Barry Sanders. Tim Jackson on the tackle. They only got 2 yards to go on a second down play from their own 42. Hand off to Sanders up the middle of the draw play. 45. He's at the 50. Cuts to his left and ridden down by the defensive end, Broderick Thomas, down at the Nebraska 44-yard line. Great run by Barry Sanders. Mayfield wide right. Dykes is split left. From the Nebraska 44, first and 10 Oklahoma State. 7:53 to go in the first quarter. Handoff goes to Sanders over left tackle, runs into a stone wall that time and gets only a short yardage of about 2 from the 40. I'll tell you, second down 8 for Oklahoma State, the Nebraska 42. A normal I offensive setup for Oklahoma State. Wide receivers left and right. Dykes left, Gerard Green wide right. Gundy gets the ball, option play down the line, pitches it back to Barry Sanders, cuts to the sideline, nothing for him. It's the shotgun. Shotgun formation, 0 for 3 on third down conversions. In motion comes Gerard Green toward the formation. Center back to Gundy from the shotgun. Looks downfield. Gundy can't find anyone open. Will eat it for a sack. Back at the midfield stripe. Willie Griffin on the sack for Nebraska. Back at the 50, a loss of 8, and the Cowboys are out of downs and will be 14. There's a high snap, and Kerry Blanchard gets the ball. The high flyer is back. He made that interception for a touchdown a minute ago. Fair catch signal for and taken at the 14-yard line. Admits last year's game was the best game his team played, and he can't be unhappy with the way his team has played today. They just seem to play very, very well against Oklahoma State. And you see the official getting set to signal the kickoff as Barry Sanders is deep. Barry Sanders is back to receive, and number 7, Tom Janke, will kick off for Nebraska with 4:09 to go in the first quarter. Nebraska leading 28-0. There's Janke kicking off. Good high kick. Barry Sanders waits for it and takes it a couple of yards deep. Will touch it back. And the ball, Sanders the tailback. Wide receivers left and right. Nebraska with a standard defense. 4-2 actually. Maybe 5-2. Sanders over left tackle. Found a hole, and then it was closed quickly by one of the linebackers as he got to the 23-yard line. 7 for Oklahoma State from their own 23. Gundy straight back to pass. Flat pass is caught by Sanders in the flat. Cuts back to the left. Nothing for him. Loses yardage inside the 20. Nebraska just all over Barry Sanders, that flat pass. Caliendo, number 49, Chris Caliendo, who said Nebraska would shut out the Cowboys again this year, was the initial tackler, Willie Griffin and Roy Etienne. So the loss goes back inside the 20 at the 19, a loss of 4, and brings up third down 11 for Oklahoma State at their own 19-yard line. There's nothing there for Sanders when he made the flat, catching the flat and trying to go back to his left. Cowboys break huddle. They'll go with the one-back offense. That's Sanders. Gerard Green to the left and 2 receivers to the right. It's Dykes and Mayfield. No tight end. Draw play to Sanders. Over left tackle. Cuts upfield. Gets to about the 25-yard line and is tackled by Roy Etienne and by Jeff Mills. Nothing Nebraska. That's the amazing thing. 2:16 to go first quarter. Snap is back to Kerry Blanchard. Beautiful high spiraling kick. Fair catch is signaled for by Brinson and taken at the Nebraska 33-yard line.
Boys are obviously frustrated on defense. Nothing that they can get going is right. That time they had everybody covered, and Taylor tucks the ball down and runs it some 43 yards for a touchdown. You know, it really is tough to muster anything now on that sideline. When you look at the board, get down by 35 points, and you're still in the first quarter.
Oklahoma State will line up. Barry Sanders, though, has 4 kickoff returns for 37.3 yards and 1 touchdown. That is his nation-leading scoring or statistics. So Nebraska went 67 yards in 3 plays. 43-yard run by Steve Taylor. What a thing of beauty it was. Fake pass, he sort of held the ball there, and everyone was looking for it. Then he said, I got it, and he ran right and then back to his left for the touchdown. Barry Sanders takes the ball 1 yard at the 1-yard line, up the field, cuts to his left, trying to find daylight, is brought down. I believe Etienne was in on the tackle at 17. Leroy Etienne, number 47. He America. Oklahoma State's territory. Hudson and Sanders are in the I formation. Gundy back to pass, looks left, looks right, lobs a pass, far side, throws it away, really. Nobody there, everybody was covered. He tried to screen pass. All-Stater in high school is now tailback in place of Sanders. 2nd and 10 from the 18. Gundy rolls right, lobs a pass, caught with a tight end at the 23-yard line. Well, that is Vice. Vance Vice's tackle. Let's see where they give him forward progress. Really got a terrible spot. Caught it out of the Cowboy lineup on a 3rd down play and 4 from the Oklahoma State 24-yard line. 2nd string defense end for Nebraska. 6 seconds to go first quarter. Clock running. Gundy gets the exchange. Option play. Pitches to Sanders. Sweeping right. He slips and falls trying to cut it to 20. He'll lose 4. And that'll bring up 4th down for Oklahoma State at 8 yards. Jones. And here's the kick. Terry Blanchard just barely gets it under a beautiful kick. Way back goes Brinson back at his 20-yard line. Cowboys down on the special teams unit. Brinson is hit hard and then tackled. Nice tackle made by Mike Clark after a 60-yard possession. They haven't done bad offensively. The defense just hasn't been there. Sanders takes it to the 9-yard line to the 10, the 15, the 20. Custer's right at the 25. Leads scoring up across the 25. Good return by Barry Sanders of about 25 yards or so. Official marks it just across the OSU 25-yard line. Line formation. Barry Sanders at the top of the eye. Mike Gundy, the quarterback for Oklahoma State. Gundy gives the ball to Sanders. Hit in the backfield. Gets away. Shoots his way forward. Almost to the left. Gets away from 2 tackles. Nice at the 30. 35, 40. 45. Almost up the 50-yard line. Tackle from behind by Lorenzo Hicks, I believe, or was John Martin injured for Nebraska. He's off the field. Blazing is in there along with Reggie Cooper at the safety. Cowboys 1st and 10 from their own 49 after the 23-yard run by Sanders. Mike Gundy calls signals with 11-11 to go. Draw play to Sanders. On the left side, 50. He's at the 45. Glides to his left and is out of bounds by Reggie Cooper. Could have been some late hitting there, but no flag. And it's at the 43-yard line.
Barry Sanders would have 121 yards with 11:04 to go in the first half. Would you have taken that?
I would have taken that.
But I wouldn't have told you they were trailing 42-0 though.
Here we go. 1st and 10 Cowboys. That's their 7th first down unofficially. From the Nebraska 43. Sanders at the top of the eye. 2 wide receivers to the right. Sanders down the middle. Not much for him. Leaps over the 40. Gets down tight end on the left. Mitch Nash and tailback. Curtis Mayfield, Gerard Green wide to right. Fake to Mitch Nash. Pass complete to Mayfield at the 42. He's at the 40. He's hit hard at the 35-yard line. Good hit by Leroy Hicks. Curtis Mayfield. Erwin Hudson is the tailback for Oklahoma State. He's lined up in deep I formation with 10:05 to go second quarter. Nebraska leading 42-0. The pitch to Gerald Hudson. Trying to find some daylight. He's hit hard as he crosses the 35 to 34-yard line. Barkley Dykes goes left. Mitch Nash now tailback in place of Hudson on a 4th down from the Nebraska 34. Gundy pass is caught by Parker at the 30. Gets away from 1 tackle, then is hit by the second one. And a flag is hit. Face mask penalty against Tim Jackson. Green left. Mitch Nash the tailback from the Nebraska 22. Gundy fakes the drop play. Lobs the pass down to Dykes. Caught at the 10. He props himself up with 1 hand. And then his tackle right there at the 10 may have gotten to the 9. Gundy got wiped out as he slipped. There was 1 man there that nobody blocked. And that guy was waiting on, I believe it was Joel Sims, number 56. But Gundy got rid of the ball in a hurry, and Dykes, using all of his 6'4" height, Tom, made the catch. Great reception.
Great acrobatic play on both ends. As you mentioned, Gundy doing a pretty good job, an excellent job of avoiding the rush. No one took the man coming in. It was a blitz from the outside. Gundy saw him through on the back foot as he was going down, and Dykes took the ball in, tried to pirouette away, but was stopped at the 10.
So the ball is at the 10, and it's 1st and goal for Oklahoma State, and Sanders now tailback. The gift to Sanders. Over the left tackle. He's at the 5. 2-1. Touchdown, Cowboys. Barry Sanders flips the ball to the official, and the Cowboys have mounted a touchdown drive of their own. And a great play by Sanders on the run. Juked his way through the line of scrimmage. It was the triplets. Gundy on a great pass to Dykes, who made a catch of the play earlier. And then Sanders scoring the touchdown.
Little counter play there. Almost a draw look as perhaps they thought Gundy was going to throw, but he did not. Handed it off to Sanders.
32-yard return of that interception. And Ron Smith has picked off several passes today. And the Cowboys knocked at the door. Several passes not today, but on the season. And it's 1st and goal, Oklahoma State. Man in motion for the Cowboys. From right to left is Gerard Green. There's the handoff. Sanders up over the top. No signal as yet. Oh, it looked like he definitely scored, but no signal as yet. Nebraska claiming he was left out. And are they, now the officials are signaling something to us. Timeout on the officials. Wing left. There's the give to Sanders over the top. And it breaks the plane, and it is a touchdown, as I thought the last one was. But this one is, according to the officials, Barry Sanders scores over the leap over the top, a 1-yard plunge, his 2nd touchdown of the day. And the Cowboys get back into it somewhat, 42-13 with 6:41 to go before halftime. on that 1-yard plunge by Sanders after the pass interception.
Well, this is unofficial. As Taylor has just been totally devastating Oklahoma State here in the first half. He's showing the poise that made him really a Heisman candidate nearly going. He had one bad quarter, or not even had the bad quarter. UCLA had a great quarter out there, and all of a sudden he was dropped from contention. But I tell you, he's still a great player.
Cowboys first down, 10 yards to go. Gundy gives the ball to Sanders up the middle to the 25-yard line from the 20 up to the 20 Cowboy territory. Second down and 5 yards to go. Oklahoma State possession. Draw play to Barry Sanders up the middle, jumps over the line of scrimmage. Really wasn't much there, and he's pushed back hard after 0 for 7 on third down conversion. From the 26 in Cowboy territory, third down and 4. Mike Gundy, the quarterback, fumbles the snap from center, has to fall on it. And then the flag is thrown as they pile on top of it. That'll give the Cowboys a first down. Now, Broderick Thomas, let's see a little hot dogging from you, buddy.
Well, he just says, no, it wasn't my fault. But it was obviously a long time between the time that
Mitch Nash is now tailback for Oklahoma State. Mike Gundy makes the handoff to Mitch Nash. He's back to pass. He's looking downfield. Throws a long pass to Gerard Green. Leaps, makes the catch at the 20-yard line with 16 seconds to go. A timeout taken immediately. Of course, that's averaged 8 yards per play a year ago against Oklahoma State, and I'm sure the average is higher than that today.
Well, I would think so.
From the Nebraska 20, first and 10, shotgun formation, split backs, Garrett Limbrick and Mitch Nash, direct snap to Gundy. Gundy looks left, fires it left, it's caught at the 12-yard line, and wrestled down up at the 14-yard line. Sort of a neck tackle is Hartley Dykes. Snap directly to Gundy from the shotgun. He looks, he throws, it's caught, it's a touchdown Cowboys! Hartley Dykes, a great catch, 12 yards, and he was covered by Tahan Lewis, who was the nickel back of their Hartley. Dykes hasn't missed a pass thrown to him today. So the Cowboy triplets, Sanders having a great day. Gundy has not had a great day, but has had a great second quarter. And Dykes has had a great day thus far. The Cowboys score.
Good pattern as the Cowboys ran 2 receivers into the far corner.
The Cowboys, their first possession of the second half offensively from their own 23. First down, 10 yards to go. Gundy gets the ball, pitches back to Barry Sanders, tries to go wide left, flag is thrown, and he gets to the 26, spins, retreats back inside the 25, and finally brought down to 23, going to the formation, wide receivers deployed. Gundy, spot pass, now he throws a long pass for Hartley. Dykes underthrown and intercepted by Ken Jackson, underthrown to Dykes. Dykes had beaten his man. Dykes makes the tackle at the Nebraska 49-yard line. Third interception today on Gundy, who
That's what you need when you're trailing by such a deficit. Ball control thrown at you also.
Here's Janke's kickoff after the touchdown of 51 yards, very short. Sanders takes it to 15 to the 20, looks for daylight, 25, 30. The nation's leading kickoff returner gets it out to 30 yards, 10 plays as we said. Limbrick is the only running back, double tight end otherwise, and wide receivers left and right. Back to pass is Gundy. He's rushed behind the line, hit, and will be sacked at the 26-yard line. Well, the protection go back to their normal I formation. Dykes left, 2 wide receivers to the right, no tight end on this play. On a second and 16 from the OSU 26. Gundy to Sanders on the draw play, gets a block, 30, goes outside, trying to get away from Hicks, gets away from him. He's at the 35, he's at the 40, he's at the 45. What a sensational run by him. First and 10, number 14 in the game for the Cowboys at their own 45-yard line. Gundy gives the ball to fullback, Limbrick up the middle. He's at the 50, rides down to the 45 and a half. Gundy fakes to Mitch Nash, looking downfield, fires it down the middle. Dykes catches the ball at the Nebraska 33-yard line. Boy, that's a Nebraska leading 56-21. Gundy, quick pass in the flat, is caught at the 27-yard line and down to the 25. Second down play, I formation, Gerald Hudson at the top of the I. 3:44 to go, third quarter. Gundy pitches to Gerald Hudson, looking for daylight, cuts over left tackle. He's at the 25. Down Mitch Nash and Garrett Limbrick. Gundy the quarterback. Gundy looks to pass, pump fakes right, now fires into the end zone for Gerard Green. And ball to Barry Sanders down the middle, has to veer to his right, nothing there, gets a yard to the 20-yard line. The play was designed to go, I believe, for the third period. Nash and Limbrick are the 2 halfbacks. Gundy back to pass, fires down the middle. Dykes has it at the 6-yard line. He'll be ridden down. Barry Sanders back at tailback for Oklahoma State. More than 7 yards to go for the touchdown. First and goal to go. 2:23 to go in the third period. Gundy gives the ball to Sanders. Dukes outside the right end. He's at the 5. He's at the 2, and he's down to the 1-yard line. He was hit hard. Goal to go. The Cowboys have double tight end. Gerard Green on the wing to the right. 1:59 to go in the third period. Nebraska leading 56-21. Gundy pitches to Sanders over the left side. Heavy traffic. Touchdown Cowboys over the left side. Barry Sanders scores. Nebraska didn't score there once. they missed a field goal. They have never been stopped. Tom Janke kicks off. Barry Sanders takes it to the 6, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. He makes contact at the 22 and is pushed down at the 22. Double tight end for OSU. Wide receivers left and right. Garrett Lembrick, the only back. Gundy goes straight back to pass. Good protection. Looks upfield. He'll launch a bomb way downfield for Hartley Dykes. Overthrown. Almost intercepted by Charles Fryer. Way back in his own 13-yard line. And a flag is thrown. Another flag is thrown, which probably means offsetting.
I would say so. As one of the Cowboys, Hartley Dykes, were getting into after the pass was well overthrown. Not necessarily happy with the call.
So the ball's up to the 42-yard line in Cowboy territory. First down, 10 yards to go. I formation. Crowd all up in arms and voice. Hand off to Sanders. Jukes his way left side. Spins his way at the 47-yard line. Boy, he's still piling for those legs. Gets up to 48 to go in the game. Cowboys trail 63 to 28. Gundy back to pass. Wanted to throw. Couldn't find anybody open. Rolls back to his left. Looks for Dykes way down the middle. Now he fires short. Dykes can't get to the wall. He goes. Play clock is running down. 11 seconds to go. Gundy gets the snap. Back to pass. Rolls left. Retreats way back inside the 35-yard line. Fires a pass upfield. It's caught by Gerard Bree at the Nebraska 40. At the Nebraska 41-yard line. Gundy hands the ball to Barry Sanders on a draw play. He spins at the 39-yard line. Still on his feet. Broderick Thomas and Tim Jackson both ushering out of bounds. Thomas vicious over there on the far side. Ends up in the Nebraska bench. Sanders does. And that is really something. Now Mike Wolf and some of the Cowboy linemen over there trying to take it out on the Huskers, and there's some finger pointing going on. And Tom Osborne holds his hands out to either side and say, hey, I don't know anything about this.
He was just trying to get out of the way of all that beef coming at him right there. But Sanders is getting a little rough action from Broderick Thomas. And kind of look back to yesterday. Broderick Thomas was out there as the Cowboys finished their workout. And they were visiting on pleasant terms. But once the helmet goes on, things change a bit.
A gain of 2 yards from 41 down to Nebraska 39. You would never know this was 63-28. Everybody's all excited. 8 minutes to go in the game. Wide receivers left and right. I formation. Sanders at the top of the eye. Gundy fakes to Sanders. Gundy back to pass. Fires for Dykes. Caught out of bounds immediately at the 32 in Nebraska territory. Dykes has been from the Nebraska 22, 1st and 10. Pitch to Gerald Hudson. Over right tackle. He veers down across the 20 down to the 6. With Gerald Hudson, I believe, still at the top of the eye. Gundy races up, wants to pass. That's Mitch Nash, tailback, blocking in front of him. Gundy across the formation, throws, and flags are down all over the field. Pass is intercepted by Reggie Cooper at the 2-yard line. But I think Hartley Dykes was creamed as the ball was in the air. Pass interference looked like flag day.
Well, they all saw it the same way as Dykes was cut.
It's Barry Sanders at tailback. Garrett Lembrick, the fullback. Ball at the Nebraska 2. Cowboys have driven from their own 27. Started off with a penalty on this drive. Roger Gibbs tight end left. Mike Gundy gets the ball. Gives it off to Barry Sanders. Jukes over the right side. He's hit hard. Nice defensive play by Nebraska. Reggie Cooper. And Etienne. And a flag thrown again. Late hit. A late hit again on Barry Sanders as Etienne, I think, was the guilty party that time.
You're correct. They're really taking some liberties as they stand Sanders up. They're coming in and just pounding on him. You can't do that whether you're up 63-28 or you're only up 10-7. And I think the officials are doing a good job. You've got to protect the players. That's just not fun. You just can't do that.
I think that upsets you, though, that he's still, the pounding you can't take away. Mike Gundy handed the ball to Sanders. He thought he saw daylight. He was hit into the line. Then there was a late hit, just smacked him in the ribs by Reggie Cooper, with Etienne holding on to it. Ball is at the 1, and it is first down, goal to go at the Nebraska 1.
Well, you think this, as you said, you think this was for the winning touchdown right here. This crowd's going crazy.
Cowboys trailing by 28. Or something like that. More than that now, I guess. He lost track.
It's close.
Double tight end, Mike Gundy, trailing by 35. Parker in motion from wing right. Mike Gundy gets the exchange, pitches to Barry Sanders, hit the backfield, net tackle. Nice play by Reggie Cooper. And the ball is back at the 4-yard line, a loss of 3. Third down and goal to go. Or second down, beg your pardon, and goal to go from the 4-yard line. And the crowd really gets into it as Cooper does his little dance after making the tackle. Nice tackle, neck tackle indeed. Sanders couldn't go anywhere.
Well, they're setting themselves up maybe a little option or somewhere around because they're looking for Sanders. They're just basically keying on Sanders. And I think the officials now are telling the Cowboy bench to move off the field. They're trying to get the Cowboy coaches and players off the field. Little time.
Goal to go. Cowboys trailing 63-28. Gundy pitches to Sanders over the right side. 2 to the 1. score again, 63-30. And he gets a high kick underway. Barry Sanders signals the fair catch. He fumbles the ball, takes it, and gets it on the first bounce at the 30-yard line. On this, their fourth offensive possession. Garrett Limbrick in motion. Handoff goes to Barry Sanders over the left tackle spot. 35 and gives some. I'm sure this is the most number of yards gained on a Nebraska team by a running back in some time. Positive about that. Ball at the Oklahoma State 36, second down 4. Nebraska still has the first team defense in their shotgun offense. Gundy fires the ball. Dykes just out of his reach. 14 complete, 29 attempts, 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown for 201 yards. Hudson is the tailback. Gerald Hudson, high formation. Give to Gerald Hudson, stumbles, gets the handoff, cracks up across the 40. Back is Gundy to pass, good protection, throws upfield, caught by Brent Parker at the Nebraska 45-yard line. He's tight, Gundy back to pass, throws a short pass, it's caught, and out of bounds, driving. Of course, Nebraska has 63, it's bad news. Here's Gundy, draw play, handoff down the middle to Barry Sanders. He's at the 30, he's down to the 25-yard line, just shy of the first down. 25, 2:10 to go in the game, Nebraska leading 63-35. Gundy gives the ball off to Gerald Hudson again on the right side, cuts to the 22 and has the first down in formation. Gundy, quick raise-up pass intended for Dykes, incomplete. A quick spot pass. Ball was tipped by Chris. They will not win this one. Gundy fakes the handoff, back to pass, now being chased. Now allowed to pass down for Mitch Nash. Caught at the 14. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. 1 and touchdown Cowboys. Mitch Nash on a screen pass. He was wide open at the 15-yard line. Gundy hit him after retreating, and the linemen were pouring. Cowboys are setting up for an onside kick. That is Mitch Nash's second as we check out our stats. 63-42 the score. Nebraska leads. Cowboys setting up for the onside kick here with 1:34 to go.